Joseph joins us with sports now for the Lakeland Rustlers women's volleyball team. It's been a year just full of surprises.
Yeah, coming off a season last year, they lost two major veterans, and it was thought of Coach Austin Dyer that maybe they're planning for another rebuilding season for 2014. But Claire Hanna explains a great story here. Dyer has been pleasantly shocked with how his teams come together and certain players stepping up.
How did last year pan out for you when it came to playoffs?
I think just getting to playoffs was a big goal for our group, and then playoffs was disappointing. We played our best match in the first round against Red Deer and fell short, and then the next day we played Kings on the consolation side and lost out, and then that was the end of the season. So it was a little bit disappointing the way that things ended, but I think for that group, just getting to provincials was kind of a big goal for us. Yeah, after that season ended, we lost fifth-year player Ashley Lang and third-year player Jessica Carline, and the two of them combined for 60% of our offense in the season. A couple of our rookies have stepped up and done some really good things for us, but then a couple of the veterans coming back also have stepped up and filled the void of losing those players, and so that was the biggest part, is just making sure that we were going to have a well-rounded team heading into this season.
What so far have you thought about your rookies?
I've been very pleased. They've stepped up far beyond expectations, and it's tough because we've been doing so well and they've been playing so well that when we do have a bump in the road, I always have to go back and remember, they are first years and they are rookies, and they have to have time to learn, and they have to be able to mess up, to fix mistakes, and to grow from it. Looking at our competition, I was hoping that we'd be able to get to 500 and beat the bottom teams to make sure we were going to be able to get to playoffs, but we've done way better than that. We've come to play every night and had a chance to win every match we've played. If
you were told last year that you would be second in the North Division with a record of 9-3, would you believe me?
Yeah, probably not. I would have figured that some other team had some big injuries or lost some key players or something like that happened. Didn't think that we'd be as strong as we are, but I think it just goes to show the character of our team and kind of what we have each day.
What do you guys think you can accomplish this year, and what are your new goals now that you've been doing so well?
So at the beginning of the year, we said we wanted to finish top 2 in the North, and that we wanted to then go on to provincials and give ourselves a chance to get to nationals. And so, and then when you get to the conference championship, anything goes. You can lose in the first round and your season's over, or you can run the table and go the whole way. And so when it's a do or die situation where you get knocked out, if you lose, anything can happen. But as long as we have a good shot heading in there, we could get there.
Who do you think is the better coach, you or Taylor?
I think we're very similar in our planning and what we see and what we want to have happen, but we're different in our styles that way. But at this point, I would definitely say that my record's a lot better than his. That being said, our men's program has been getting better as Taylor's taken over, and so hopefully they're going to be able to make the playoffs as well. But I definitely have to say I probably just one up them on that one, yeah.
Now, we've kept you all up to date with all the highlights, interviews, and breaking trade news, but it was time to ask you about your thoughts on your Lloydminster Bobcats thus far.
Who's your favorite Bobcat?
Austin.
Why?
Because he's really, really funny. He beat my brother up on the ice once.
Who's my favorite Bobcat? I like Lyndon Springer, the captain, because he's rugged and he scores goals and gets the job done.
Van Teetering this year. Just like the way he plays, hard-working kid.
Kevin Gerard.
And why?
He's just a good kid, all-around good kid. He's American.
Lyndon Springer.
Why?
Well, one reason because he's the captain, but also because he can score and he's top scorer of the team.
We also asked fans if they'd either be coached by Gord Thibodeau or Gary Van Herway. Who would they choose?
I would choose Gary. He's just a really nice, easygoing guy. I'm afraid if I messed up with Gord, I'd probably get a lashing or something.
Well, I kind of go back with Gord, so I'm going to say Gord. When he was here before, he was great.
No, it's either one, I guess. But yeah, Gord.
Gary. Gord.
Why?
I don't know.
And some of the most memorable moments from the first half?
Where the controversial goal was scored. with under a minute left, so that game was interesting too. I wish they had actually beat them. It would have been real icing on the cake for that one.
For sure.
When Springer, the one guy came out of the box and he just started the fight. Boom.
We also got your thoughts on how the Bobcats will fare in the second half of the season.
Second. I think they'll finish second, yeah.
Not first, though?
It'll be pretty tough, but I think they'll do second, yeah.
So I don't think there's enough points to catch up to Spruce Grove, but playoffs start all over again.
Do you think they have a chance maybe to win it all?
Yeah. Small chance, but there's always a chance.
As far as who would rather be coached by Gary or Gord, I know Gerard, well, he might struggle on the bag skate, so if the Bobcats are willing to, they should drag him on the ice and see how well he does, especially with all the bad news he has with the weather coming up.